Good morning. This is Jim Whining. Today's conversation is going to be about a four-word discussion, the four words for unity. Today, the ordinary man's project is to introduce to some people who right now who are listening to this program, to what it takes for us to reach unity. Because unity includes some very important ingredients that many of us today are seeking because of the basic societal discord that's occurring in America. Why do we need unity? Why do we need that? When you come together in unity, four things happen. One, there becomes a peace. The relationship has a peaceful sentiment to it. It's not hostile, combative, it's peaceful. Second, you have a security from your enemies. The security from your enemies means that you are in agreement. This situation, this is mine, this is yours, this is what we share. There is a security of agreement, a security. Three, and we can't underestimate three, because money is a very important part of the existence of mankind. The medium of exchange is what it actually is. And peace brings financial security, financial protection, really, protection, which means the home you have, the savings you've established, the business that you've worked for will continue, maybe for your lifetime and possibly for your children's. And finally, when you have those other three ingredients of peace, unity becomes a word that includes emotional stability. All of a sudden, hostility, fear, discord, violence becomes an exception and not the rule. It becomes a, a state of mind that you feel in yourself that there is a purpose in not only your life, but also all of a sudden helping others. Secure in yourself means you can feel comfortable in helping others. So when we look at that word unity, we need to look at those four pieces that come with the word unity: peace, security from your enemies, financial protection, and emotional stability. That's how big the word unity is, all encompassing of our lives. Over 2,000 years ago, as we know in recorded history and in evidential statements and facts, there was a Jesus, Jesus Christ, the Son of God. He was here for a short period of time, 33 years. And during that period of time, and just before he left, he was about unity. In fact, his last prayer was about unity. And that unity that he spoke of was a peace that was actually originally demanded of us in the Ten Commandments in the book of Exodus, and also, of course, in the book of John 17:8. Peace, which means you didn't covet someone else's property. You didn't try to murder someone. You you were kind and considerate, and you were listening to someone else's positions. Jesus's last prayer again was for unity, not only for that peace of mind, that I just spoke of, but love. John 17:26. He spoke of love. He spoke that when you're in peace, you're in love with one another, and you're also maybe a little bit in love with yourself too. That, hey, I really care about somebody. And of course, Jesus gave us two more commandments: to love your God with all your might, and also to love your neighbor as yourself. And so, commandments, both in the Old Testament in Exodus and in the New Testament in the Gospels with Jesus, we grab onto love, which creates, which is created from the peace of unity. And then there is the important piece, security. John's 19:19. When truth and holiness abide together, we have unity. We have truth. No one's trying to do something opposed to someone else behind their back, deceiving, sneaky. No, no, no. No, they are in truth and in holiness in their relationship. That's also part of unity. And then the glorious feeling then is when you have established all of these components, all of these elements. In John 17:22, then we reach the holiness, the glorious state of unity. Unity. Unity in the definition and in the prayer of Jesus. If America had it today, think of all the accomplishments we could have in our neighborhoods, in our states, in our country at large, and as emissaries of unity throughout the world. Just think how important that unity would be. It involves this: you love your enemy, and your enemy loves you, and then all of a sudden, they're no longer an enemy. You are friends. And through that, and by your actions to establish that relationship, you will seek truth and justice. You don't want anybody to be harmed. You don't want anybody to be taken advantage of. And you also don't want people lying and trying to take advantage of maybe your lack of knowledge. That all of a sudden becomes the understanding that you, as a person, because as society, we are not made up of groups, we are made up of people, individual people. And when you understand that the glory of peace is unity, of peace and love and understanding is unity, then you will understand that you have to be prepared to forgive your enemy as they would forgive you. Forgiveness becomes an important piece in the work toward unity. When you sit down at the table, when you eat together, when you fellowship together, there is that understanding that you forgive your differences. Because remember, in the lesson of unity, there becomes choices. And I got a whole list here of choices. But remember this: we were created in God's image because He was working toward us being with Him. That was the entire plan, was for us to work through our lives to be with Him in eternity. We cannot go forward in unity without this last word, forgiveness. We have to forgive others as we ask others to forgive us. When you grasp unity, you grasp all of these elements. So many of them: peace, understanding, love, security, emotional stability. It's a peace that passes all understanding and will create a society that is working for one another, not working against one another. And so the four key words I want to just recap. The top word is the goal, unity. The next word is offer. Remember the Jesus offer in his prayer and what that word unity means in his offer. It means peace, it means love, it means security, it means a unity that glorifies your relationship with God. Work. It means that you have to work at love, truth. You have to be able to understand others as they understand you and forgive. And that last piece, remember to forgive the trespasses that hit you and you have hit them with. Let's take a moment in today's chaotic world, whether it's in Ukraine, Minnesota, Mexico, Venezuela, Russia, China. We are in a world of people, not groups, not isms. We are in a group of people that God created. If we are truly going to perform God's work, we have to respond to that last prayer, John 17. Take a moment, read it. Think about how that would impact your life. How would it impact your life? And then step forward in the love of Jesus Christ and offer the branch of unity that encompasses so much love and peace. And today we need that. I'm not talking to groups, I'm talking to individuals. Each person that watches this video, please share it, because sharing that might reach someone to do the right thing. This has been Jim Whining, an ordinary man, and 4 words for unity. Have a great day. And remember, God is with us with the Holy Spirit. Thank you.